Thank you very much, Edwin. Yes, we're now moving into the question and answer part of our program, and we will start with our polling questions. And the first polling question, and you'll have a few seconds to answer this, what is the most important to you when you are outsourcing a solid-state service provider? Speed, expertise, price, quality, or integration? So please take a moment to answer that. What's most important to you when you're outsourcing solid-state services? And you can just click on Submit, and we will see what those answers are. So Edwin, we have 60% saying that expertise is most important, and 40% saying that quality is most important. So no one chose speed, price, or integration. So do you have a comment on that?
Yeah, of course, expertise is indeed the thing to go for there. Each has its own field, which it is, of course, best in. And when you go for the best because you want to have value for your money. And quality, second, of course. You want to have the best product in the end. So the other options that were there are mainly well, benefits that come with the choice that you do. When you select the approach that we do, indeed speed is one of the things that is added there. But we do not lose the quality or have less expertise in this field by let the solid state do by, let's say, organic chemist. No, that's not the way to go, of course.
Right, okay. And our second polling question, with assuming timelines are the same, does proximity or location matter when selecting a solid-state provider? So yes, we take geographical proximity into account. No, we take a global approach. Or neutral, geographical proximity is not a factor. So please answer that, whether geography or proximity matters to you when you're selecting a solid-state provider. Oh, that's interesting. We have 22% saying yes, we take geographical proximity into account, 22% no, we take a global approach, and 56% say they're neutral on geographical proximity. Edwin?
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, as the experiments will be done in our time zone, of course, and but when we talk about the results, we have a project manager or project leader who adjusts to the time zone of the customer, and that should never be a problem. Of course, when it is close by and you can easily check what is going on, you can discuss face to face, that is better. But you also have a choice of indeed the best expertise or the highest quality, then you go for that one.
Right. And Edwin, we do have a question from the audience here. When do you conduct a polymorph screen? At pre-nomination, as part of the scale-up work in phase 1, or before phase 2?
Well, of course, as early as possible. But when it is really a polymer screen, when you look at the different forms which are there, you need to have to make the choice of your molecule already. So in this case, most of the polymorph selections, the polymorph studies are done just before going into the tox study, so before phase 1.
Okay. And our final question, Edwin, is have you encountered isolation problems around intermediates, such as very slow filtration?
Yes, we had several of these, and I just talked about one which was a very slow filtration, but drying because water was trapped into cavities was also one of these. Each filtration problem has a different cause. It can be conditions of your crystallization, but it can also be the temperature at which you try to isolate it. And when you go down in temperature, you attract more of your impurities and you go to a less crystalline form there. So each is approached differently. And that is very much, well, the difficulty of the solid state, that none of the projects are actually identical.
Right, they're unique then. Okay. Thank you very much. That's all the time we have for today. I would like to thank everyone for attending today's webinar. And don't worry if you missed part of the presentation. Simply visit www.excellience.com where you can download any of our archived scientific seminars. If you want to share this presentation with your colleagues, simply note their name and email address in the post-webinar survey, and we will then send them a link to the archived presentation. Please join me in thanking our speaker for today, Dr. Edwin Arette, who is a solid-state scientist at Cambridge Major Laboratories, Inc. You will notice that a quick post-event survey will pop up on your screen at the end of today's seminar. Please do fill out this survey because we would really appreciate your feedback as well as your suggestions